Good morning, good day, good afternoon, or evening to wherever you are. I'm your Smart Boy, and today I'll be talking about the new Demon Slayer Season 2 Episode 1, Sound Hashira Tengen Uzui. After being shown the same scenes throughout the 6 episodes in the Season 2, finally a brand new episode of a brand new arc comes out this month, alongside with JoJo's Sun Ocean, and I haven't even finished the Season 4. Anyway, this episode is really special since they add more durations into it as well as some new scenes that we have never seen before, even as a manga reader. So spoiler warning to all of you guys who haven't watched the episode yet, and without any further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So the episode opens up with few flashbacks from the previous arc, or should I say episode, since the flashbacks only show us the fight between Rengoku and the Upper Moon 3, Akaza. Well, they did add some new scenes such as medics arriving to save our main characters, few dialogues especially from Inosuke, he's telling Zenitsu to wake up after headbutting him in the previous episode. And after the scene, we got the intro, but not the opening intro. We finally got a scene where a boy, and by boy I mean Muzan in disguise, I think we all know that, buying a book from a bookstore. So let me explain it to you what has he been doing this whole time. So Muzan has been researching about a plant called Blue Lily to make him be able to go out in the day, or in other words, conquer the sun. He even ordered the 12 blood demons to find the plant for him. Anyway, Muzan comes back to his home where the parents and I think they're friends, I don't know, is discussing about their children and compare them to each other. Common Asian family discussions. And because Muzan is praised even by other parents to the point that they even want to trade their kids for him, I do feel bad for the parents' friend's kid. Anyway, we then see Akaza reports back to Muzan on what he did in the Mugen Train area. And it is revealed that Akaza was sent there because he was the only demon closest to the place. But hearing Akaza's achievement in killing a Hashira doesn't satisfy Muzan at all. He's even more disappointed over the fact that Akaza couldn't kill anyone but Rengoku. And worst of all, he didn't even find the plant. Well, Akaza's pretty much safe though, cause he's one of the strongest Junin Kizuki in my opinion, so Muzan just let it slide. Then the fate of Muzan's family is unknown. Oh, by the way, what happened to those two? Yeah, I think we already know where they are now. Anyway, the scene moves on to Akaza destroying Tanjiro's Nichiren with Star Platinum. And saying that he remembers Tanjiro's face, which is a bad news for Tanjiro, but even a worse news, the blacksmith gonna be mad as hell. Then few scenes after that, we see Tanjiro going to Rengoku's residence, even though he's quite badly injured. Arriving there, he's welcomed by Senjiro, Kyojiro's little brother. But surprisingly, not so much for Shinjiro, Kyojiro's father. He seems to be holding a sake, or what we call alcohol in English, while talking bad about Kyojiro, and that of course triggered Tanjiro. However, seeing the earring of Tanjiro, Shinjiro is quite surprised and accusing him to be arrogant just because he can master the sun breathing, or what Tanjiro knows as Hinokami Kagura. And the rest breathing technique is just a derivative of the technique. Then that led to a short fight between the former Flame Hashira, Shinjiro and Tanjiro. Well, though Tanjiro received quite a damage from Shinjiro, he manages to headbutt him in the end, which indirectly foreshadow on how Tanjiro's skills has been improving. Then moving on to the conversation between Senjiro and Tanjiro. Senjiro then gives Tanjiro the record of 21st Flame Hashira generation, which turns out to be shredded by the only person that has the highest possibility to do so, Shinjiro. Well, can't do much, Tanjiro then says his farewell to Senjiro and returns to Butterfly Mansion. However, before he returns, Senjiro gives Tanjiro Kyojiro's Nichiren guard. Then the next scene moves to when Senjiro gives Shinjiro Kyojiro's last words, which are "take care of yourself," which surprisingly made him cry. Well, maybe because he's running off his egg, we'll never know. The scene moves on to when Tanjiro is near the Butterfly Mansion. There, the blacksmith appear and chase him until dawn, until Aoi tells Tanjiro to get into the mansion through the back door. After that day, Tanjiro and friends keep training day after day, even harder than before. Until one day they receive individual missions to hunt demon. For Tanjiro, he gets a mission to hunt demon in the mountain temple in Northeast. Arriving there, the demon turns out to be a demon with spider-like arms. Then they had a minor fight there, and Nezuko helps too. Overpowered, the demon runs away and Tanjiro chases him to a warehouse. In that warehouse, Tanjiro finishes the demon up with the fourth form of water breathing easily. The demon hunting scene is not in the manga, so this is a quite rare addition by the anime, and it shows us directly this time on how Tanjiro's skills has been improving. Anyway, after the mission, Tanjiro goes back to the butterfly mansion. However, there he finds the Sound Hashira, Tengen Uzui, kidnapping Aoi and Naho. Tanjiro then tries to headbutt him, but as fast as a shinobi, cause he literally is, former, Tengen disappears into thin air and reappears on the top of the mansion's gate. Then he says that he needs the girls for his next mission, and if it's not Sugiko, then he doesn't have to ask Kocho for permission. But soon Zenitsu and Nosuke badassly appears on Tengen's both sides, but decide to get down and stand beside Tanjiro and tell Tengen to release Aoi for some reason instead. But Tanjiro offers an interesting trade. They will help the Sound Hashira in the stead of Aoi. Hearing that, Tengen agrees easily and a new Meru mission begins. So that's it for the summary of the episode. For the review, I'd say the animation decreases really slightly in my opinion. I don't know if that's due to my standards which grew too high these days, or did they finally decide to save some budgets there. But it doesn't really matter, it's good anyway, and I rate it 8/10. The use of effects are really limited in this episode, but that's tolerable since there are not a lot of fight scenes in this episode anyway. So thanks for watching and listening, have a nice day.